The packages I will be using is Freetress bulk braiding hair. It's loose, deep, bulk, 24-inch on each pack. And one of them is a 30 and number 4, a TP4 27. And I will be doing my crochet braids with this style. Starting with the 30, and this is how I prep my hair. I put it across my dresser, and I also have some over here on the back of my chairs already prepped and ready for me to go ahead and crochet. Braiding, and first is what I did. I'm going to do the illusion of an invisible part, and this is how I do it. I just braid 2 of my braids close together at the top, and the neck of my neck I do a braid this way, braid one this way, connect it, and then braid this way. So all of the rest of my braids are going to be going to the back, and the second row that I'm going to have is going to be a little bit bigger, so I'm going to have it fuller at the top opposed to on the side. But I'm going to come back and show you guys my finished braid style once I come back. As I braid, I'm just coming to show you a quick review of how my braids are looking so far. I started the 2 braids on the side, so I'm going to continue braiding. I've braided all of my hair. As you can see, these 2 braids is where my invisible part is going to be, and I connect those 2 together, and I braid the rest of my hair back. And this is how it looks. And I also braided my perimeter of my neck across and across, because I like to pull mine up without any hair showing. Now I'm at, and I also greased my scalp again with the Cantu Shea Butter hair dressing petroleum, and this is how it looks. And I just went down each part with those, and at this point I'm going to use the thread, needle and thread, the curved thread, the one that we use to do a sew in. And I already got my needle threaded, and what I'm going to do is just going to braid them all together. And this is how I braid them. I pretty much grab them where they're tight enough for me. Not sure how I was looking back there, but it'll be alright because it's pretty much going to be covered up anyways. So after I braid them, and this is how my braid ended up. Let me check it out. Look in the mirror. But this is how my braid ended up. What I'm going to do is make sure I push it flat as I can get it against, and I'm going to lay them in between 2 braids like this, and I'm going to sew this to a braid right there. And I'll show you guys how it looks when I come back. My hair, you guys can see that, and I sewed it down, and that's how it looks. And now I'm going to start my crochet technique. At the front of my braids, how I did them, I pulled them back a little bit so I won't have as much tension on my edges. So I'm going to show you after I crochet them in, I'm going to show you how I covered that up from them being like a finger space back, because that's how I started them on purpose. And I'm going to show you how to cover them up. I done the back, and I'm like in the middle, and I have to do the top. I put the 30, then the 27 on top of the 30. You really can't see it at all. And then I got the brown. I'm going to do 2 rows of brown at the back, and then maybe 2 more braids of brown. And I'm also going to add a number 1B at the top. I did not show it in the beginning, but I showed the other colors that I'm using was a 30, number 4, a TP4, and a number 27. I'm also going to use a 1B at the top. I'm going to come back and show you guys how I do my invisible part once I get to that point. Show you guys a quick bun style that I did for my hair because I want to go out, and I'm going to show you some quick little clips. Done with my hair, as you can see. If you can see the colors, the black at the top, brown, and at the black, I have the 30 and 27. And this is my look. Well, this right here in the middle, I'm going to come and show you how I do my invisible part. This is how I do it. You see it? Those are 2 braids that I braided real close. And I'm just going to take strands of hair. Well, actually, this hair I cut it in half so I can fill in my middle part. And I'm just going to go up and down the sides of it and add just little bitty pieces to the visible part. This is how I do it. Then I just continue just crocheting along outside of the braid as I go. And as you can see how I did it right here, I'm just going to keep going until I fill it all in. I do one side at a time. You can do each, left, right, but I just do one side at a time so I can see where I'm placing my pieces so I know how to do the other side. And it's just pretty much crocheting on the outside of the braid to fill it in where it won't be so obvious that I have braids, but yet you still can tell that they're braids, but not as much. I just like this look. It works very well with when you have the deep twist braids or any curl pattern braid. It works. This is actually the loose deep, so it's probably kind of more noticeable. But it's okay, it's braids. Then I just continue filling it in all the way. Okay, there's one side completed. That's how it looks. And I'm going to do the other side. And that's pretty much how I do my invisible part to make it look more natural with the braids. So when I wind them down, you can't really tell that it's braids. You will pretty much think, that it was tracks. So that's what the illusion that it gives once it's all in. And there it goes. And I hope you guys like my tutorial on how I did my loose deep. I love big hair, so yes, I use 5 packs. I use one number 4. I use 1 pack of 30, 1 pack of TP4 27, and 2 packs of black. And I put that at the front, and I cut the top of the black in half so we can give it this shorter look at the top. So pretty much it's in layers. The black is the smallest layer, and then I have my brown. It's another long layer, and then the the TP 27 is mixed from the brown to the 30 is mixed in. You kind of can see the brightness right here is just mixed in, and this is my look. Stay tuned for 2. I'm just going to come at you and show you certain styles that you can do with your braids.